Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another hopefully quick video where I just wanted to recognize some incredible change and positive forward movement with the whole shady Dodge dealership issues we've been dealing with for the last, well, let's just say 3 years, 4 years. I mean, we could say that dealers have always been shady, but nothing like what we've seen just in the last year. I mean, it's gotten downright insane. And with the deliveries of the Demon 170, with the introduction of the Demon 170, it took what was already a ridiculous car buying environment when it came to the Dodge Hemi cars and took it to borderline, if not completely criminal in many ways with some dealers. And no question, they've been roasted. TK's Garage, if you don't follow him, go follow him, have been roasting them almost daily. He's got unlimited supply of stories that he's sharing on his channel. And every single time I am astonished that the things that he's finding out are happening are actually really happening. And then Butter the Insider on YouTube, Butter the Great on Instagram, started this whole thing with exposing Mac Haik in Mississippi, Flowood, Mississippi, for selling a Demon 170 out from under a deployed soldier. Now, the point I want to make with this video, briefly, and by the way, forgive me in my attire, I'm about to walk into work and do some work, so this is the uniform, but I wanted to make sure I get this video out this morning before I go to work so you all can get this information and so we can do something that hopefully will keep the flywheel spinning. So let's talk about the dynamic that we have to create, we have to foster, we have to nurture. Lots of bad behavior has taken place, and after Butter did the Mac Haik story and Mac Haik jumped in action, maybe he didn't jump fast enough at first, but ultimately fired 3 employees, unwound the deal on the car. Tim Kuniskis heroically jumped in with a cape on to save the day for the soldier, arranged getting his Demon 170, arranged being able to get it delivered by Jay Leno when it comes in, and rescuing the whole situation with Mac Haik determining, going back and forth, a little wishy-washy, but ultimately focused on doing the right things here to sell that car at auction and donate all of the proceeds to charity. Now, some people have beat up on Mac Haik and said, well, you know, they're just doing that for the tax write-off. They're just doing that for the PR. I don't care. Here's my deal. They did something really, really bad, and as a result, they're doing something really, really good. 3 people lost their jobs, and now a car is going to get sold, and a charity is going to benefit. That's kind of yin and yang stuff, folks. But they're only doing it because they were caught. Stop it. Let it go. Here's the deal. I'm all for just roasting them till the day is gone. I mean, we can go forever roasting. But to what end? What I always ask people when they want to have a debate or an argument is, what is your objective in this argument? Where do you want this to end? What is the ideal outcome for you? So if you're mad at these dealers, that's okay. Be mad at these dealers. I've been mad at these dealers probably more than anybody on this dang thing. But if they do the right thing when they're busted, when they're caught, when they discover maybe bad actors working within their dealerships, whether it's fostered from the top to the bottom, or where it starts at the top, or wherever the hell it comes from, the bottom line is when change, real material change takes place, and a positive outcome is achieved, that's my outcome. Okay, so if my outcome was just to barbecue the daylights out of Dodge forever with no real outcome, just for the hopes of getting people to watch drama, that would be disingenuous at best. But if my desire, and I believe, not speaking for, but I believe I can say this, TK's and Butters and all the other YouTubers out there that have jumped on all these stories, that they have very crystal clear outcome that they desire, just like I do, which is we get the story, run with the story makes it to the dealership says, oh no, this is about to be bad, oh, let's find a solution, let's make it right with the customer first, let's fire the bad actors, and let's go ahead and move forward with new rules in place to avoid having this embarrassment happen again, because it's much more expensive to fix something after it breaks than to start maintaining it in a better manner. So what I'm convinced, and well, I don't want to say convinced, I'm slightly apprehensive but positively optimistic and hopefully optimistic that each and every dealership that gets brought to light for doing bad things, that after they take action, when they immediately take action, rather than getting defensive and blasting us on YouTube and talking trash and lying their way through it, they decide that they're going to immediately take action to solve the problem and then take action to make sure that same thing doesn't happen again. So that all started with Mac Haik. And then, and I'm going to forget some, I don't have them all here, but then Butter goes on Instagram and tells Turlock, CDJR, to fix the problem with their buyer, that they signed a deal at MSRP, and when it showed up, they wanted some $70,000 more or something like that. Well, bottom line is that post and the concern of that post going viral and leading to multiple YouTube videos and future roastings, they decided to honor their deal. Again, the right outcome, the right solution. Should they not have done that in the first place? No, they shouldn't have. Of course they shouldn't have. Are they absolved of all guilt? No, they have a spot on them that we all know that they have the propensity to do something like this. But will they do it again after being caught doing it? Probably not. Whoever was doing it at the dealership, were they dealt with and told not to do that anymore? I imagine so, meaning we've effected change. Change has been instituted at some of these dealerships. But Brad, there's no way, man. They just didn't want to be on YouTube again. Here's a heads up, folks. I ain't going anywhere. TK ain't going anywhere. Butter ain't going anywhere. Lucky Lopez ain't going anywhere. None of these YouTubers are going anywhere. And frankly, these videos do good, so we're going to be all over them. What the hell? Everybody wins except them. And then when they catch on, they fix it with the customer, and we keep moving forward. Now let's talk about Tobin Dodge, where they had a disabled veteran go in to buy a Scat Pack, and they pushed him into buying a Demon 170, allegedly by telling him it's going to go up in value. It's going to be this incredible investment. It's going to make him wealthy, all these great things. Go ahead and pull money from your 401k, yada, yada, yada. This is his story. And he did. And then after he got the car, he realized it's not going to the moon in value. Now I've got this huge car payment. Now my 401k is depleted, and I'm in horrible shape. And TK jumped in, roasted him online, and the buyer and Tobin got together, and Tobin resolved the issue. Now, I'm not going to get into what the exact resolution was, but you can go to TK's channel and read it. But let's just put it this way. It looks like somebody, I haven't followed up lately, likely got all their money back, and everything worked out. Hopefully. I'll follow up later on another video if that doesn't happen. But my understanding is that was taking place. So that was an outstanding outcome. So here's the deal. Kudos to Tobin. Great job in stepping up and doing the right thing. I have to give credit where it's due while also roasting when they do the bad thing. But when they do the right thing, that's better than sticking their head in the sand. It doesn't all of a sudden wipe them of their sins, wash them of their sins. But it does say, okay, we're making progress. This isn't a go back in time and solve things. Yes, they pushed the envelope. Yes, we're going to call them out. And hopefully, each and every dealership that gets called out learns a lesson and gets a little bit better and a little bit better. Because as I've shared before, I'm not looking to kill the dealership model. I don't want to go online and order a car and wait for it to show up and decide I hate it. I want to walk into a dealership because I'm going to great mood one day and I just decide I want a new car and I'm going to go out and do it. And I don't want to have to think and wait for 3 months. That waiting for a car for me is like excruciating pain. So I want to keep these dealers around. I just want them to change their behavior. Then there was Antioch. I don't know what happened with them, but they were charging $300,000 for cars, and it looked like straw buying and all kinds of fun stuff. And TK got into it with them. They sent him a lawyer preserve and hold letter, and then another one threatened to shoot him if he showed up at their dealership. I mean, probably the wrong reaction. I don't know that there's a good story coming out of that one. I don't know yet. All I know is the reaction probably wasn't the best. I mean, if I'm the leader of that dealership, I'm thinking we could have probably handled that better. That one wasn't good. So go check out TK's channel to hear more about that crazy, insane story. And then there were several, and there's been a lot in between that I have not covered. But then I got a message one day from a gentleman who's a police officer. And I am a fan, I am a supporter of police. Good cops. I respect and admire good cops. I despise and hate bad cops. So I can, unlike some people in the world, I can differentiate the difference between the two. Good cops do good things, save lives, protect us, and are there when we really, really need them. Bad cops do shady things, horrible things that we see out there in the world. I don't like those cops. Bad cops are cops that pull you over and treat you like you're 3 years old because you ran a stop sign. And they have one man doesn't have any right to talk to another man that way unless I did something personally to him. So that's my definition. It definitely goes much deeper than that. But I love good cops. And this guy is one of the good cops. He's one of the good cops, been following my channel for a long time. And he hit me up one day and he said, look, I had a bad time with Huntington Beach Dodge. And the salesperson was just horrible and smug and condescending and just ungrateful and it's just nasty. And ultimately he bought this car, sent the money, did the paperwork, and then boom, the guy decides to sell it out from under him for more money to somebody else. Same story, different actors in the situation. But this cop was pretty upset. He had the text messages, everything. And I was too busy to be able to get a video out for this guy, so I sent him a TK, connected them together. TK did a video. The dealership saw it. The dealership jumped into action, and the dealership took care of business. Now, I've been asked not to share the resolution, but let me just make this very clear, that even though the cop had to go buy a car from another dealership for more money, this other Huntington Beach Dodge, made things right with this police officer. They got on the phone with him right away, and they worked out a resolution and made things right. And I believe that employee is no longer there as well. So that is a significant win, in my opinion, and something, frankly, we didn't think, because no deal was actually happening there, could get resolved. But it got resolved, and he asked me to please share that. And I will share that in saying, great job, Huntington Beach, stepping up, doing the right thing. It shows that at the very least, we're willing to have discourse, conversation, and try to reach resolution. And if we can keep doing this, because like I said, I have no limit to my energy and a very large SD card on my camera, so I can keep shooting videos about these things. TK obviously can do tons of videos about these things. Butter will do videos about these things, and we will come in to help in any way that we can, and I will do my part to try to help in getting these dealers to start doing the right thing, exposing some of the challenges that you all are having out there and trying to find resolution. Now, it's only 3 or 4 of us out there, but send your stories to me on Instagram, send them to TK. I think it's dealerissues@gmail or something like that, but go to his channel. But it'd be great on Instagram. Send them to him, and we will sift through them and try to help in any way that we can. And I watched Butter's video a couple days ago where he had shared that he's done the math, and it's coming out to probably over $500,000, $500,000 that collectively the YouTube car community, the Brotherhood, has saved buyers who were in precarious situations and getting kind of screwed, extremely screwed, wildly screwed by these dealerships. Over $500,000 so far. That is incredible. Not to mention just dissuading other dealerships from doing bad things before they do them. So with that, everybody, just had to share this video. Lots of great progress. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, comment, share this video with anybody that you think could use it. And also go check out more OC Motivator, where I announced and shared my new car on that channel. More OC Motivator. Link is in the description below. Go and click it. Go subscribe. We've got over 400 subscribers there and growing, almost 30 hours of watch time on the first video. So thank you all for the support. So with that, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.